Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, President Hamdulapur, for your thoughtful introduction. I'd also like to formally thank the University of Waterloo for my honorary doctorate. I am beyond grateful for this honor and promise to make the institution proud. I'm also proud to share the virtual stage today with Dean Wells, who you all know very well. She's a phenomenal engineer and leader. The University of Waterloo is a marvel in itself. How is it possible that a school born in recent history, just in 1957, could rise so quickly to cultivate some of the finest professionals in the world? It's truly amazing. Graduates, honored guests, family members, faculty, and alumni, you made it. You all made it. You made it through this program in one of the most difficult times in modern history, a time that truly tested all of us, made us question almost everything. Studying engineering is difficult by itself. Add a global pandemic to the mix, that makes things exceptionally and exponentially more challenging. But as you sit here today, you look stronger, and you are stronger because of this. You are more resilient, more patient, and more adaptable, and this experience will serve you for a lifetime. My story began 28 years ago when I was sitting where you are right now. I graduated Chem Eng 1993 and had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I remember being in awe of the people around me who seemed to have it all figured out. That certainly wasn't me. All I knew is that what I wanted to do, I wanted it to count. I wanted to build something special. Today we call that purpose. When I think back, despite feeling very alive at that time of my life, excited about the future and engaged in the world, it was also very stressful. There wasn't a pandemic, but there was an economic recession going on at the time. Many of us feared we would not get jobs. I actually received a total of one job offer, and of course I took it. And then for the next 20 years or so, I picked up a second degree. I had about 15 jobs as I worked up the corporate ladder, and I've worked in several different companies, lived in multiple countries, and I've traveled the world over many times. I also helped build one of the largest agricultural companies on the planet, who is now transforming how we produce food. And while it's been a blast in many, many ways, it hasn't always been easy. There are some things I would do differently, but then there are many things I would do again. And I'd like to leave you with some of these learnings today. Let's start with the biggest thing that I got wrong. I worked too hard and focused too much on getting the job done, sometimes putting my mental and physical health in the back seat. This pandemic has taught us that there is nothing more important than health. And I genuinely hope you take that with you going forward. It's simple, but it is so important. Please take care of yourself. But here are a few things that I got right, and it really boils down to two pieces of advice I have for you. The first, take risks, especially when you're young. Take every shot you're given, even if it scares you. Go for it, even if it doesn't fit exactly into your dreams that you've defined for yourself. There have been countless times in my career so far where I've wondered if what I was being asked to do was the right thing for me. I couldn't see exactly where it was leading, and the engineer in me wanted to really define and understand the logical path forward. But I have never once regretted any of those choices in my journey. The second piece of advice I have for you, find real mentors and coaches, partners and friends. Over the course of your studies, I'm sure you've realized that the most important lessons really didn't come from a textbook or a lecture, but from the people around you. Life is complex and business is very competitive. Relationships are what matters. So go find your people. It's what will help you learn and grow the most. Real mentors and friends will offer you support, a needed dose of reality, a listening ear, and yes, sometimes a swift push forward when you need it. When I look back at my career successes, they were always shared with others. They simply would not have happened without my close family, friends, and professional circle. The people around me were equally invested in my dreams, and for those of you listening today and you know who you are, please accept my deepest gratitude. Now back to you, University of Waterloo Faculty of Engineering graduating class of 2021. I have a request for you. I want you to far and exceed my successes. And by success, I don't mean my job title or money. I mean living up to your responsibilities as an engineer in today's world. We need you more than ever. You are graduating at a time when health, social, geopolitical, and economic rulebooks are literally being ripped up and rewritten. You are graduating at a time when society needs greater diversity of thought to better serve and impact our world. There are infinite problems to be solved out there, but certainly I remain hopeful and optimistic because we have the finest engineering minds in the world, and by that I mean you. It is your time. It is your time to solve these problems. It is your time to make a difference, and it is now your time to get to work. Find out what your purpose is, what fuels your passion, and go find your people. Do these things, and your impact on the world will be meaningful, and your lives will be fulfilling. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you.